Jancy, Stancy love triangle explored. Isn't love the primary element that makes one do things for the other? We know it is one of the biggest aspects of Stranger Things. Why else would Joyce go on a rescue Hopper mission all the way to Russia, or Nancy jump into the Lover's Lake right after Steve gets pulled into the Upside Down by a tentacle? Having thoroughly seen Stranger Things Season 4, it is safe to admit that the angle of romance has been given the front seat this time. While it is true that the characters of Nancy and Jonathan reunited right before the 4th season concluded, and the duo were even seen giving each other the nod of approval about their relationship being totally fine, we are pretty sure things are not what they look like, and with the screenplay of Stranger Things Season 5 projected to begin in August, one can only hope that we can get clarity on this love triangle right here. Gear yourselves up for today's video, where we will be exploring the very interesting Jonathan Nancy Steve Nancy, or in short, the Jancy Stancy love triangle. We have done our research, so you better be ready for this. High school sweethearts Nancy and Steve were a big thing till they parted ways and Nancy ended up with Jonathan. Season 4 put Nancy and Jonathan in a long-distance relationship, further putting the couple through a test, may we add. Now, there's no denying that the duo's feelings for each other have been pretty strong, but that did not stop Jonathan from rethinking his college decisions. Okay, just to make things clear here, the initial plan was for Nancy and Jonathan to attend Emerson College in Massachusetts together. Enters the acceptance letter to Lenora Community College, and Jonathan has different plans. He does not want to leave Joyce and Will behind and go chase a dream that is not even his in the first place. But he also cannot just tell Nancy the truth, because knowing that, she would simply throw her own dreams out of the window, leave everything behind, and come be with him. Clearly, Jonathan isn't ready for that either, but one thing's for sure, he does not want Nancy and him to end up like his own parents, unhappy and divorced. In the meantime, the latest threat in Hawkins, aka Vecna, has brought ex-lovers Nancy and Steve back, making them deal with world-ending threats together and uncover the truth as well. Stancy has had quite a few moments hurled at them, but the most important of all happens to be the part where Steve tells her about his dream of having this really big family. A full brood of Harringtons with 6 nuggets, and in his case, 3 girls and 3 boys to be more precise. He would take his kids in an RV and go all across the country, seeing places like the Rockies, Grand Canyon, and Yellowstone, amongst many. Steve eventually discloses the part of his dream that he had left out earlier, quoting Nancy as the most important part of it. He tells her how he wanted to do everything he had mentioned, but with her, because she has always been an integral part of his dream. Thank God for Robin intervening the duo's conversation, which in a way reminded Nancy that she was still in a relationship with Jonathan. Now, coming back to Jancy getting reunited at the end of the 4th season, their short yet significant conversation did point towards a different direction, predicting things pretty clearly for Season 5. With Jonathan apologizing to Nancy for not being there with her, she tells him that she was kind of glad that he wasn't in Hawkins, later adding that she was relieved that he was there with Mike and Will instead. Jonathan reciprocated, telling Nancy that he was equally glad that she was there in Hawkins, and that she took charge of things instead of Steve. But Nancy defending Steve and telling Jonathan that he is not the same person anymore and that he has actually grown up quite a bit made Jonathan check if he and Nancy were okay. Of course, Nancy said that they were, and if you ask us, we'd say it was more like she insisted that they were okay. To top things, with Nancy asking Jonathan if he ever got a reply to his Emerson College application letter, he lied to her face, telling her that it hasn't come yet. Well, here's what we think is going to happen next. With Jonathan now back in Hawkins, along with the rest of the group, there is a high chance that he is not going back to California anytime soon. Definitely not at least until they are done dealing with Vecna. The fact that Jonathan has been dishonest with Nancy will obviously surface up, leading the pair to eventually call it quits. However, please know that the breakup between them will happen on an amicable term, and not like one not wanting to see each other's face ever again. Now, coming back to Stancy, there is a high possibility that the two might end up in the future together, but let us not disregard the possibility of Nancy also wanting to be single and trying to find out what it is that she really wants to do. We are talking about self-discovery here, developmental growth of her character, and her choosing to do the right thing. Mind you, all of this is possible only if all of these 3 characters make it out alive till the end of Season 5. Looking at the winding course that the series is taking, anything is possible. Tell us if you agree with us. What do you think of the whole Jancy-Stancy love situation? Which couple are you biased towards? Do you think that this love triangle will finally come to an end in the closing season? Please don't hesitate. Just tell us your views in the comments section and stay tuned with us for more interesting content on Stranger Things.